who doesn't love Aussie Cossack? Aussie Cossack. Let me refresh this page right here. 58,874 before the refresh, and it goes to only 59,000. I'm convinced that they're heavily shadow banning and suppressing this guy's channel. I love this guy. I love his attitude. I love his stand for freedom. I love the fact that he brings transparency to political parasites and the law enforcement elite. And he does it with a smile. They have literally economically destroyed this guy. And now social media platforms are getting together and trying to ban him, but he's popular with the people because he brings the light of truth, real guerrilla journalism to the viewers at home that they're not going to get from mainstream media. I give you Aussie Cossack. Look at this guy.
Hey, Bellwood Police are coming down. Our favorite customers. This is going to be awesome, guys.
Let me just give you a real quick backdrop. He is going to explain this here in a second, but I want to explain it beforehand. There's some politician named Fiona Martin. She's with the Liberal Party for the Reed electorate where he lives. And she put out this brochure that said, come down, we're going to set up a tent, ask us a question. So Aussie Cossack goes there with this cameraman and a microphone to go ask her a question. And in his words, she flees like a rat fleeing from a sinking ship. This is classic Aussie Cossack.
You wanted to film the police footage? Here it is, coming up, courtesy of Fiona Martin, who rats out her own electorate. How's that for a member of parliament? Dobbing in the people that come to ask her questions. Is that appropriate? You tell me in the comments below.
Okay, so here it is. Here's her brochure. Meet Fiona, mobile office, Monday, February 21st at this park right here, 172. It's got the address, and it says, come down and ask me a question. And so when somebody takes her up on it, she flees because it's the wrong person asking the wrong question. Oh, I'm not answering your questions because it's you and because of the question you're going to ask. Because the question you're going to ask is going to try to hold me responsible and accountable for my actions, and no politician wants that.
We're here to ask some questions from Fiona Martin. Fiona, how are you? We're here to ask you some questions, as you are kindly allowed. Some questions for the people of Australia, please. Why are you running from the cameras? You told us to come and ask you a question. There you go. That's the member for Reed. She's a coward. She doesn't want to face the people. No one came to her event here. She said, ask questions, come down. Fiona, roll down the window. What an embarrassment. This is caught on camera. Fiona Martin, Member of Parliament, running from the people.
And then what does Fiona and her henchmen do? They call a bunch of armed, badged, uniformed criminals with firearms, with guns, to come out against Aussie Cossack because he's there taking her up on her offer to come and ask her questions. It's just, these people are psychopaths. They're literally psychopaths.
Fiona, we just want to talk. We just want to talk.
Fiona doesn't want to talk.
Look at that. That's the face of a Liberal Party coward, guys. Fiona Martin for Reed has abandoned her position, guys. Look at this. It's been captured by the Aussie Cossack. Fiona...
Those are her workers right here, these guys.
Martin has done a runner. Is it embarrassing? Get the sign, that's it. Grab the sign, pack it up, get it out of here. They see the Aussie Cossack, they run for cover. Have you ever seen a Member of Parliament run like that? Run like a rat from a sinking ship? Because that's what the Liberal Party is all about. Nobody came to her event. I'll show you up on screen right there. That's the ad. She advertised for people to come down and ask her questions. Guess what, Fiona? Nobody's here and you've run away. You've gone. You've abandoned your electorate. You may as well just resign and pull out of the run. If you can't face the crowd, if you can't face the people, if you can't face the independent media. Oh, it's different, isn't it? When you've got to face independent media. They're not going to do any favours like the mainstream do.
Exactly, because if mainstream media got down with their local prostitutes, their teleprompter reading idiots who call themselves journalists, they're going to ask padded questions to make Fiona look good. Fiona does not want to answer hard questions. Questions that might be asked of, oh, hey, how come your policies are ruining the lives of the people in Reed? How about that?
9:28. Fiona Martin was supposed to be here till 10 a.m. Nobody rocked up. Our cameras filmed from the side. Nobody came to her little event in the park. Now, when the Aussie Cossack does an event in the park, there are thousands and thousands of locals that come up. Did you know that, mate? No one's going to come to your event. Fiona Martin bailed on you.
Look at this
How's
guy.
that for a leader? How can we expect Fiona Martin to represent us in Parliament if she can't even face the people in a park? Mate, I feel sorry for this kid.
You've had your fun, why don't you leave?
Sorry, it's a park, mate. We're locals, unlike you and Fiona. Fiona's not a local. How dare this guy ask locals to leave the park? This is our park. We're locals.
They are racist, mate.
That's it. This lady's right. This bloke just called the cops, he admitted. Fiona Martin's stooge, Fiona Martin's henchman, he just called the police. So guys, stay put. The cops are on the way.
Calling armed thugs because a guy with a microphone and a camera came down to take you up on your offer to ask you the question that you wanted them to ask. Well, just to ask questions, because it's not going to be a question that she wants asked. Amazing.
You know, it's actually a crime. Well, I don't know if it's a crime or not, but it's definitely un-Australian to call police when there's no crime occurring. It's called a waste of police resources. But Fiona Martin wouldn't mind because, you know...
Yeah, it's a false report. It's a false report. We need you to come down here. Okay, what's the there's a guy with the microphone asking me questions. Okay, is he assaulting you? No, but he's got a camera, man, and he's trying to make me look bad. Okay, that's not an emergency. But what they did to get the cops down is they lied. They made a false report that he damaged property.
She's in charge of the taxpayers' money. She throws it around willy-nilly. She's probably good mates with the cops. And we'll stay put until the cops get here now. But guys, check out the tent. Do I look good in her tent? As the Aussie Cossack, do I suit the... It's called The Tent Has Been Captured, my friends. Captured by the people.
This is great, man.
FDP, film the politicians. And of course, film the police. Let's hope the police actually get here. Because old mate over here's called the cops. And let's see if they actually arrive. Ladies and gentlemen, you witnessed it. The surrender of the Liberals in Reed. Right here at Cabarita Park.
God, could those thumbs go any faster? We don't know what to do. They're holding us accountable.
A win to the people here today. Would you say it's a win to the people? He's texting Fiona. She's like, is he still there?
This guy.
Oh, mate, what a day. Excellent. I'm glad I came here today.
Here comes the
If I
cops.
told this story, nobody would have believed it. Fiona Martin does this big announcement. Can you hear the sirens? The cops are on the way.
Wow.
Can't wait.
Wow. Unbelievable. There's no other crime that they need to be taken care of. No murders, rapes, thefts.
All right, guys, we've got the police who just arrived. And we're here at the Fiona Martin event in the park, which is a complete failure. There's no one here except 2 volunteers.
Speaking of complete, that's what I love about Aussie Cossack. He makes a mockery, a complete mockery of these politicians and these law enforcers.
Fiona Martin's run away and called the police. What would you like?
Hello, Mr. Boycott.
Downgrade.
Constable Lee from Berlin.
Constable Lee, a regular customer.
How you going, man?
You've been on the channel before?
I have been on the channel. Obviously, there's been some allegations made. Can we have a conversation with the mic down for 2 seconds, please? If that's all right.
Nope.
No, for your safety, I think it's better we have the mic rolling.
What do you mean by my safety?
Well, for public safety, to get the right story. We want the
Okay,
people
all
to see
right,
this.
all right, fine. What can you tell me today?
Sorry?
What can you tell me about today?
That's a lie.
Sorry, what's this?
Actually,
Are they lying over here?
Do not lie.
Go over and film them, please.
Mr. Boycott, can we just come here? I want to hear your side of the story. My partner will hear their side of the story.
What's
Come
the
on.
side of the story to say? Fiona Martin's called the police on a constituent.
He's not even.
Mate, I'm in a park.
He's look at this cop. This cop really wants Aussie Cossack to follow his directive. Come on over here. Look how desperate he gets. Watch when Aussie Cossack walks away. Watch his face.
Mr. Boycott, can we just come here? I want to hear your side of the story. My partner will hear their side of the story.
What's
Come
the
on.
side of the story to say? Fiona
He's really expecting Aussie Cossack to follow him, and when he doesn't, watch his face and watch his demeanor.
Martin's called the police on a constituent.
Mr. Boycott.
Mate, I'm in a park.
I know, but I want
Come on, man, please. You got to comply with me. I issued an order, and I'm used to people just complying and rolling over. Not Aussie Cossack.
have your version away from these guys, please. Is that all right?
What's my version?
Your side of the story.
I don't answer questions, mate.
You dropped your card because you don't want me to steal your card, do you?
Thank you. Can you tell me what happened today?
Here's another cop car. Tell me,
Sorry.
what were you called here for Fiona Martin's little event?
Apparently, property being damaged.
Property being damaged?
Yes.
What's the allegation exactly?
That's what we got.
So we're here, we've been invited by Fiona Martin, member for Reed, Liberal Party, member for Reed. I can show you the invitation to receive. She
Yep.
said, come and ask me a question, that's what she said. And she published that on social media. Here we are.
So you're telling me what's happening now?
And
Is
then
that
we've got the
correct?
fire brigade, look at this. Jesus
fire
Christ.
brigade.
The fire brigade reinforcements. Mark, how are you, mate?
Pretty good. How are you?
I've got all the regular customers here from Burwood.
Yeah, I agree, dear sheeple. He's sharp. He's quick on his feet. He's got hilarious quips. He adds a little bit of humor in it. Even though this is a very serious issue, guys, politicians running and fleeing from asking questions when they invited you down to ask questions, cops arriving on the scene when no crime has taken place. Fiona is not going to get thrown in jail for making a false accusation and bringing police down off of, pursuing true crime and true criminals.
Regular. What's going on?
Now, Lee's a regular customer.
I am the regular customer. So
Fiona Martin invited the general public to meet with her.
Yeah.
When she saw our camera crew, she ran into her car like a criminal and ran away. She couldn't face the cameras.
Why did she run away from you?
Well, that's a question for Fiona Martin and the
Were
Liberal
you
Party.
intimidating her for her to run away?
There's an election coming up,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Were you intimidating her? Were you? It's got to go to that. It had to be Aussie Cossack's fault. It wasn't Fiona's fault.
maybe she knows that she's going to lose the election.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't answer questions on behalf of Fiona Martin. You'll have to ask her.
Where is Fiona Martin right now?
Where is Fiona Martin? Another police car. Jesus. Has anyone seen Fiona Martin? Hey,
Wow.
Do you know where she went?
Fiona Martin, I think she's crying, around the corner somewhere.
Like I say, you don't have to say or do anything if you don't want to. Do you understand that?
Guys, if they arrest me, you know what
You're
to
not
do.
under arrest. I'm just cautioning you.
No. Why would you say that unless you're about to arrest me?
Because I want to ask you questions. Apparently there's been a report about damaged property, so I need to ask you a few
What
things.
damaged property?
I don't know yet.
Well, you tell me what you know.
All right, there's been a report of a damaged property. That's all we know for now. We're going to speak to the other party.
What's the damaged property?
I'll get further information and come and speak to you, okay?
So guys, this is what you call police are lying and fabricating something.
No.
Everything that happened today is on camera.
Yeah.
So whatever you guys... Actually, I'd love for the Liberal Party to make a false claim, a false allegation, a false report.
So,
And we'll take Fiona Martin to court.
It sounds like they already did. They also made at least a false claim, and I'm sure it's gonna. If the cops are honest, it's gonna be in their report. So it would be a false claim and a false report on the part of at least the henchman of Fiona Martin, if not her herself.
And you can come as a witness, and so can you and you.
Simeon, is it? We're going to have a chat with them. You've had a chat with them. We're going to have a chat with her as well.
Her? Who's her?
The other party that's involved. And we
Fiona
want
Martin is here.
I believe so, yeah.
She'll be coming back.
Yeah.
Fiona Martin is here, guys. So she ran away, but now that there's 10 cops, she's happy to stay.
Coming back, we'll have a chat with her. We'll get the full story, okay?
The full story.
Yeah. So once we have a chat with her, I wanted to get your side of the story before we go any further. That's all.
Why would I have to answer questions that are ridiculous? There's no damage of property. It's a false allegation.
Well, like I said,
Made by a member of Parliament. Member for Reed.
Simeon, it's
Fiona Martin.
an allegation's been made. It's the
By
early,
Fiona herself?
I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that. But again, it's an
He probably is very sure. He's just lying right now, covering for the politicians.
early investigation. This may be nothing. We may be walking
No, this
away
isn't
in 10
nothing.
minutes.
This is what you call a politician using police to intimidate political opponents.
I don't think you're intimidated at all by us.
Another cop car. How many
That's hilarious.
cop cars does it take to apprehend the Aussie Cossack? Look at this. It's bloody unbelievable. We always love when senior police join the party. And representing the senior command, we've got an inspector here. How are you, Inspector? What's happening?
Inspector does not even want to make eye contact with the Aussie Cossack.
Help you, police? Do you know what's going
Looking
on
away.
today, this morning?
Look at him.
By the look of it, Fiona Martin's having some sort of function.
Well, she invited the general public, and we came. She said, ask me a question. So we came with the camera crew to ask her a question. Upon seeing the camera crew, she ran like a rat from a ship, which is sinking. It's very strange behaviour by a person who's a sitting member of this local area. And we're locals. As you know, I live around the corner. So it's an awful amount of police to call for a false allegation, isn't it? Or is it just me?
Guys, this can only happen with the existence of the state. Only the state can afford to waste that much manpower and that many resources on some bogus call. That could never happen in the free market. Because if you had like, say, a dispute resolution organization or a private police force or private policing forces, privately funded, not publicly funded through taxpayer dollars, they would not be wasting these resources and the fuel and the manpower when they could actually be about the business of stopping crime in neighborhoods, which is supposed to be their job.
Thank you. Got the approval from the inspector. It's just me. That's why.
It's like we can afford to waste resources, and this is proof of that.
Nice VIP treatment.
We can afford to not vet callers, and they're proving that. oh, somebody made a claim, somebody made a wild assertion. And then, you know, what the person can say on the other end of the phone who's, let's say Fiona called and said, hey, this Aussie Cossack guy was damaging my property when I was trying to have a function in the park. And then the guy on the other end of the line says, would you be willing to put that in writing, and do you have proof? Because we want you to know, if you don't put it in writing and you don't have proof, we're not going to respond. And if you say that he did something that he really didn't say, you're going to be held financially responsible and accountable. What if they did that? That's what the free market would do, but the state won't do that because the law enforcers are working for the politician class. So you have the law enforcement class working for the politician class, which both classes work against the people. So they're not interested in being frugal with the resources and manpower. They're not interested in the truth. That's how the state operates. It's all a racket against us.
In there from the Build Police.
And it doesn't matter if you're in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America, Japan. It doesn't matter where you are. This is how the state works against the people.
Excuse me. Would like to file a missing persons report for Fiona Martin. She's missing. Anyone out there, if you see Fiona, please call Crime Stoppers. The police are looking for her. Police are looking for Fiona Martin.
Yeah, you said you wanted to tell me something.
Well, there's people out there, members of the general public, that have informed me that there was damage done today. And the damage that was done...
It's political, I guess?
...was immense damage to Fiona Martin's reputation.
Whose?
Fiona Martin's reputation.
Okay, right.
The way she conducted herself, she has damaged her political campaign, and she has damaged her prospects for the federal election that's upcoming.
Okay.
So I can confirm that there was some damage done this morning. Ladies and gentlemen.
I bet cops hate the technology that gives people the opportunity to record them every step of the way. And I would not doubt if one day they decided to enact some kind of law against filming police, kind of like they did here in Oklahoma. It's supposed to be against the law, and the governor, Kevin Stitt, signed it, that recording police and the normal course of their duties is prohibited.
We have a new customer. Look, there she goes. She sped off. Fiona Martin just did a loop and drove away. There you go. That's all that's left of the Liberal Party campaign in Reid.
And then his audio cuts off for some reason, but that's Aussie Cossack. What I'll do is I'll drop the link in the description and in the pinned comment. If you go over there and see him, let him know that here's the deal sent you. And, you know, he needs more than 150. This guy should have millions of subscribers. He truly is out there to expose politicians, to expose the law enforcers, and to give his people a little bit more breathing room as far as freedom is concerned. Let me know what you think about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.